Welcome back, everyone, to
There's lots to
Planescape
be learned
Torment.
from all parts of society.
There's one thing that I wanted to show off before we go into the mortuary. There's one last thing. Old Mebeth. As you enter, Mebeth looks up, her face ashen. She looks ill. As you watch, creases spread across the folds of her face like cracks, and her gray eyes flicker, as if having trouble focusing on you. Mebeth, are you alright? Aye. She smiles weakly, and her voice is scratchy, as if trying to force its way past layers of dust. When she speaks, it's like an echo. I have a little longer. Mebeth, did you know you were Ravel? She takes a deep breath, and her words come slowly, her voice rattling in her throat. Mayhap. Mebeth has forgotten herself many times over. I've dreamed that I was someone else. Each word is heavier than the last, as if centuries of weight are pressing down on them. Her body seems to shift slightly, as if wanting to relax, to let go. How could you not know who you are? How is it ye do not know yourself? Mebeth licks her lips. Many things, even bits of the self, they fall through memory's cracks. Shadows of things forgotten. These memory thing pieces may be bad, may be good. But why Mebeth? Why the disguise when you could have been Ravel again? Here in this place, all I did was the mending of things and bodies, setting bones, delivering babies. In all these things I was content. As for being that other, that Ravel, I think you take for granted what comfort it would be oft times to misplace a memory or two. I wasn't sure if you'd be here, Mebeth, after what happened. Aye, my precious one. Seeing you here is like an echo. Little time remains. The threads, these Ravels, they are unraveling as we speak. Are you in pain? Yes. It is the irony which hurts the most. An act of kindness, thrice repaid. It is the way of the plains that my few acts of kindness should be the death of me. Yet I have no regrets. I have questions, Mebeth. I need to know who did this to you. Precious man, I would have ye hear me this last time. Very well. Precious man, alls I wished to do was to set the lady free of her cage. For ye. Alls I wished for ye was to live. And for me, daughter, There's a saying on the plains, that a hag's kindness is crueler than her hate, and poisons all it touches. I think we've seen the truth of that. I do not regret what has happened, my precious, nor should ye. I can stay here no longer. Farewell, Ravel. If you have one of the black barbed seeds, you can give it to her. But I only got one, because I was a dumbass. And I used it on myself, because I'm greedy. But yeah, if you give it to her, in my mind, it is implied that she will use that. Ravel will use that to return again. If I pretend to be dead, can you sneak me in? Bet. Welcome back.
All right.
Portal detected.
There's something about the arch in front of you, something hauntingly familiar. A bone-numbing chill blankets the air between these two black pillars, as if the arch itself bordered on some other colder space. For some reason, you know this is the portal to the Fortress of Regrets. Now all you need to do is open it. Grit your teeth, peel the skin from your left forearm. You clench your teeth and dig your fingernails into your left forearm with a dry tearing sound. You peel off a strip of skin. The chill between the pillars becomes stronger, almost hungering, as if the portal has opened a crack. Examine the skin. This scrap of skin has been peeled from the back of your left forearm. Its scarred, grayed surface reminds you of a zombie's hide. It feels more like a piece of cured leather than a strip of skin. Prick your left index finger and inscribe a regret on the scrap of flesh with your blood. You prick the tip of your index finger before the wound can heal. You squeeze forth several drops of blood as you prepare to scrawl your regret. A series of images float across your mind. Ooh. regret what happened to my companions. Yeah, that's not great. My actions, not been pretty good. My past, yeah, I'm pretty regretful of that. But that's got what happened to my companions in it. I regret events that led up to this point. I'm gonna go with I regret what happened to my companions, because none of it's good. Look at these guys. I regret having taught Ignis the power to harm others, enslaving Dakan all these decades. That all of my companions had to suffer for me to get here. You scrawl the regret into the scrap of flesh, but your rapid healing forces you to stop off and to reopen the cut on your finger and squeeze more blood. Several moments later, you have finished, your blood glistening on the scrap of skin, a combination of your flesh and blood, and your regret. Watch the blood dry. As you watch the bloody regret dry, a wave of cold washes over you. You look up. The black pillars to either side of the arch are glowing softly, motes of misty blue light drifting from their sides to form a shimmering curtain between them. Beyond the curtain, you can barely make out a weathered stone causeway leading into darkness. Everybody ready? Query received. Response. Nordum is readied and waited. Awaiting to profess further directives. Actually, it's you know what? Never mind. Fall from grace. I've come this far. It'd be rude of me to retire before the final hour. Even if you were to ask politely, I would not permit it. It seems I have no choice then. Anna. If she's going, I'm going. I'll not turn stag on you. I'm not. Dakan, you with me? Your path is mine. Mort. Mort hesitates, glancing at the portal, glances at you, glances at the portal again, then gives a rattling sigh. Look, I'm not going to say too much here, but there's something I need to tell you. What is it, Mort? Well, it's about where we're going. Or actually, where we've been. Where we've been? What are you talking about? It's so subtle you almost miss it. Dakan's blade flickers, the edge growing dull. As you glance at him, his hands drop to his sides as if preparing for battle. This isn't the first time we've been through this. You see, we've been to the Fortress of Regrets before. I didn't know what it was then. So from the very start, you could have told me where the portal was, what the portal key is, why I'm immortal, what happened to my mortality, and the fact that it's the fortress. Mort, I'll kill you. How didn't you know? It's hard to explain until you've been there. Besides, you didn't know the other you. He wasn't exactly the kind of basher to share the chant with us. I mean, I knew he was looking for some place, but I didn't know why, where it was, or what it was. So I couldn't say anything to you because I don't know anything. I just know what happened when we got there. So what happened? We went to the fortress, and even before we land foot in this place, we all get split up, fighting for our lives. So the first thing I want to tell you is, if you're determined to go through with this, there's a good chance that anybody who goes through that portal is going to end up somewhere far away from everybody else. Thing is, even split up, we might be your only hope. What makes you say that? Because whatever was waiting for you in that fortress, for you, Chief, it already defeated you once. To this day, I don't know how you managed to survive. But if you fall again, you're going to need someone there to pull your ass out. Mort, I need you to tell me everything you know about the fortress. This is important. This Fortress of Regrets, it stretches on for leagues, Chief. It's a fortress, but it feels more like a plane in and of itself. All stone and darkness and shadows, everywhere shadows. We go there and we gotta be prepared. What happened when we first went? Chief, I don't know what happened to you, but I know what happened to me. I spent my time running from vault to vault, these shadows crawling all over me, trying to bring me down, and then suddenly we were out, like someone had pulled us back. Hold on a moment. When you say us, it doesn't sound like you mean just you and me. Know that I have walked your path many times. Dakan speaks slowly, as if measuring each word. His blade has become a misty gray, as if Dakan's mind has drifted. A portion of your path is known to me. 5 walked the path to the fortress. Each died their own death. Who were they? How did they die? I died the death of faith. The skull died the death of courage. The woman died the death of grief. The blind archer died the final and most merciful death, the death of the body. You died the death of memory. Who were these people? The skull, that's me. The woman was some chit named Dianara. I never got close to the archer. He was the one who knew his targets without seeing them. Many shadows fell beneath his rain of arrows. Yeah, Chief, at this fortress, there's shadows everywhere. There's darkness there, and every shadow is Shrak the Lore. Dakon's voice is a whisper, and his dead black eyes seem to be staring at something just beyond you. They are tormented creatures. The wounds in your spirit are known to them. They will attack you through them. They spoke to me like the pillarous skulls. They know things. Alright, look, you two. I need to know all you can tell me about the fortress. The shadows suffer. They know torment. They know how to torture you with that which has wounded your heart. When you face them, know that you face that which has killed you once. Dakon, Mort, you and I survived. What happened to the archer and Dianara? The archer died the death of the body. The woman died the death of the spirit. I could not save the woman because it was not your will that she be saved. Her grave was dry of tears. No one knew to mourn her passing. Why did I not want her saved? Your will was known only to you. I can't tell you any more, Chief, except we're bound to be divided as soon as we arrive. It's a huge place, and it's crawling with shadows. Somewhere in that fortress is something more powerful than any of us. Nothing lives there. The walls are darkness. Alright, before I step through this portal, is there anything else you feel like sharing that you think might help? Well, it is one thing you should know. The you I knew before, the you that led us here, he wasn't like you at all. What do you mean? All I'm saying is, despite all your asinine behavior, you got more spirit than he ever did. The other you, he was detached from everything, so I just want you to keep that in mind. But that's not all you want to say, is it? No, there's one more thing. I may not have liked that other you very much, but he was one smart basher. The smartest basher I've ever known. He always had every angle covered. If he died at the fortress, that means... You don't think I can succeed, do you? No, it's not that, Chief, because it's not always who's smartest or who's most powerful or who's the toughest. Sometimes it comes down to who you are and what you really want. I mean, once you wanted to become immortal, but in the end, is that really what you wanted? Just be sure of what you want this time. That's all I'm saying. Fair enough. Look, Mort, we haven't really talked about this, but you know you don't have to come with me, right? I'll understand if you don't want to. Yeah, I know, Chief, and I can't lie to you. I don't want to go, but I will. Just know that once we step through that portal, it isn't going to be about just you anymore. This is our lives you're playing with, and we don't get back up when we die. Then why are you... It's because of what Ravel said in the maze, isn't it, Mort? Yeah, what Ravel said in the maze. She said you draw people who suffer to you like a lodestone. Maybe it's because you've been suffering all this time. Maybe when you end up settling things, maybe we'll feel better too. Maybe. Maybe so. Are you with me, Mort? Why not, Chief? I mean, we've gone to every other horrible plane in the multiverse I can think of. Why not take this extra step over the cliff? Are you ready? Because if you're not, I'm ready. There's nothing more I can do to prepare. Are you all with me? Well, sure, let's go. I mean, any place else got to be better than rattling our bone box in the mortuary, right? All right, then.
Nordum has improved.
Ooh. +1 bow. We get one archer, and it's this guy. The negative material plane. Go fuck yourself.
I'm gone.
Sorry, there's just something I needed to check there. We could go west into the door, but it might be better to go this way and explore. It is, because it is. Hello, Dianara. She was right. We were right. She does have the sight. She would be waiting in death's halls, and we would find her again. Dayanara. Before you is the ghostly form of Dayanara. Her spectral gown seems stirred by some ethereal breeze. She's standing at the edge of the black stone causeway, staring out into the emptiness of the plain. Dayanara. My love, you should not be here. You must leave at once. Dayanara, what is this place? Is this the fortress? This is the fortress of regrets. It is the place that holds the moment of my death prisoner, and I may not stray far from its halls. If you can find a way back to Sigil, you must. If you stay here, my love, you will die. I'm immortal, Dayanara. I don't think I have much to worry about even here. No, my love. There's something about this fortress. The shell that surrounds it is cut off from the rest of the plains. It is that shell that acts as a barrier to immortality. How could this shell act as an obstacle? That makes no sense. As I have maintained my vigil here in this place, I have come to learn the nature of your immortality, my love. It's a thing which hungers for the lives of others. At the moment of your death, it claims another living thing in your place, allowing you to continue alive. The soul that dies in your place is brought here to the fortress as a shadow. I believe this shell prevents your immortality from finding other victims. So when I die, another dies in my place. If I can't find another living thing to die for me, then if you die in this place, it's the end. For there is nothing that lives here, so you must be careful. Return back to Sigil and leave. But my allies are here. If that means they're inside this shell, what happens to them if I die? My love, if you have brought anything that lives with you to this place, then it is in terrible danger, both from the shadows and from you. Should you die here, your immortality will hunt for the closest thing in the fortress, and that is the one that shall die in your place. You must leave here, now. I can't go back. So can you tell me anything else that might be helpful? What waits inside the fortress? There's no natural darkness within the fortress, my love. Only the shades of those who have died in your place. The energies of this plane feed them, and their hatred for you is beyond all reason. They will not permit you to leave. Do not enter, I beg you. My allies are in there. I can't leave them. Do you have any idea where they might be? If you brought others, then they were cast from you when you arrived. It is the nature of this place to divide the living things, then kill them. The fortress is a thing of many miles. Finding your friends here will be difficult. Well, I have to find them. There's no choice in the matter.
My journal.
Very well, my love. If you intend to go on, you must know this. Past the entrance to the fortress is a great antechamber with countless shadows. You must move quickly, and not let them gather about you, or you will surely be killed. One thing more. Within the chamber are great clocks. Clocks which you spoke of once as having been the key to you escaping that chamber, when you were trapped there once before. I know I cannot stay you from your course, my love. I shall watch for you, and help you if I can. I brought you a ring, Dayanara. I found your legacy to me. The ring still holds a part of me within you, my love. When you carry it, you carry my heart with you. She closes her eyes for a moment, and you suddenly feel a warmth pass through you. Dayanara opens her eyes and then smiles. I knew you would return to me, with it in your keeping. Carry it now, with my blessing, and keep it close to your heart. Through it, I will defend you. Thank you, Dayanara. I have to go now. That's right. Dayanara's running ring has leveled up. +3 to everything instead of, what was it, +1? The Skin of Regrets. Tattoo of the Lost Incarnation, Scroll of Deathbolt, Bone Charms, Black Barbed Charms. I don't think I'm going to need most of this stuff. But a lot of it will still be useful. You never know. You don't know what you're going to find in here. There's lots of things. I should have enough healing items to get through it all. Should. Okay. Very nice. Alright, let's drop a safety save. You always save before you enter. Let me check on my spell book. Ooh, I had used a few spells. And I had room for more. That's fine. I've been through here with less.
Arise, Ignis.
Oh.
Need of you.
Oh no.
There are creatures that must die.
Fuck. Actually, is there a way to slow the game down? No, it's just always this fast. Fuck, alright.
I'm gone.
The arrangement of this jagged iron spikes resembles a spider. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Well, I can pause over and over and over again. Ow. 10,000 experience points. Crap. Oh, great, another one. Okay, so they only have like 50 or 60 health. Crap. Curse you, Missile of Patience. Ooh, I can use Greater Embalming to heal myself. That's something. Maybe I can just stab this one to death.
Damn.
Okay. My armor class of -6 has outpaced these creatures. Still, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Alright, yeah. I can take two at once. Let's break out the Cone of Cold. Okay, good thing my armor class is so high, because these things hit hard.
Been warped.
Oh, fuck. Huh, I don't feel like I was healed by that at all. Let's use the Mirror of Imaging real quick. I'm assuming that was a trap.
Die.
You know, I had not considered exactly how useful it would be to be a rogue right now. Sneaking around. Unable to be... The ability to sneak around, unable to be seen by these creatures, would really trivialize the whole fortress now that I think about it. I guess that would be the benefit of being a rogue. Oh, there's the stairwell I was looking for. Pardon me.
Die. Die.
Perfect. Son of a bitch.
Damn.
29 damage. Oh my god. Clocks. This huge clock looks like it has been partially melted into the black stone surrounding it, but the ground around it has been disturbed as if someone walked on it recently, perhaps in the last few years. There's something crudely scratched on the clock face, and you suddenly feel a strange crawling sensation worming its way through the back of your skull. You know what's written on the clock. It's a message to you, from you. Examine the writing.
Updated my journal.
The message carved on the clock face looks like it was carved with a knife. Run. Doors are lies. Use cannons. Then portal. It looks like the message was written in some haste. Following the message is a crude arrow pointing in the opposite direction as the long hand on the clock. Thanks for the advice, I guess. Oh, that's cool. I can defend myself while the missile fires. So this is one of the cannons. This ancient machine looks like a forgotten relic of war. Most of the machine is covered in dust, except for the strange panel with levers on the front of it. Oddly enough, the ground around the panel is disturbed, as if someone walked here recently, perhaps in the past few years. Examine the panel. The panel is a series of gears and levers, beneath each of which is a series of scratch marks that look like they were hastily carved there with a knife. Some bear no marks, others bear a single slash beneath them, and one has an X. Without knowing why, you know the X lever will somehow help you.
Updated my journal.
It gives way easily beneath your touch, and to your surprise disintegrates into mist, then spreads to your hand, which also begins to fade, then your arm, then you're overcome with dizziness, and the walls are fading around you.
It is difficult to separate shadow from the darkness here. This is not a place meant for the living.
Ah, the Tanari.
So, you're the spider that lies at the center of this all. I have many questions that you can answer. Your goals in this matter have not been entirely clear. My goals are not for you to know, fallen Tanari. My indulgence is all that you keeps your black heart beating in your chest. You may leave with your life now if you wish. My heart is neither black, nor do I fear for my life. My companions, my friends, are here in your fortress. I shall not leave until we are rejoined, and the man we follow has resolved this matter to a satisfactory conclusion. There is no satisfactory conclusion to this fool's errand. You will leave this place, and you shall leave your undying companion here. Fear not for his life. The only price he shall pay is the loss of his memory. As gracious as your offer is, I must refuse your offer to abandon my friends. As for the small price he will pay at your hands, it's the equivalent of death to him. I've traveled with this man for some time, and there are many things I do not wish him to forget. He will forget. It is his fate to remain ignorant. He will forget you, Tanari, just as he has forgotten all who have walked the path of misery with him. He exists to die, forget, and die again. He is nothing. That is your judgment. The fact remains that I do not wish him to forget me, nor all that he has struggled for to reach this place. He suffered much, and I find my sympathies lie with him rather than the arrogant creature that postures before me and fights as a coward fights, preferring to kill me from a distance where his opponents cannot reach him. You shall torment him no longer. Tanari, perhaps you doubt my powers here in this place. A demonstration may silence your doubt.
You have done enough harm. Prepare yourself.
You are. I can forge planes with my power. I can unmake you.
Oh no. Alright. Grace. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, come on. Nope, nope, come on. Fuck. Spell interrupted. Let's try again. Wow, that sucked. Let's try force missiles.
Spell been warped.
Okay, that got 2 of them. Pretty good, pretty good. Can I get another shield spell? Much obliged. Swarm Curse? Infernal Orb? Infernal Orb, I think.
Die.
Nice. Got another mirror of imaging. I should probably use it. Alright, where the hell am I? I'm all the way on the other side of the room. How am I doing on XP? I am 6 shadows away from level 16, I think. If I'm counting right. Am I counting right? 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Yeah, 6 shadows away. Alright, let's set up the next cannon. Where am I going now? Oh boy.
So cold here.
Ah, the fiendling girl.
Where is the one who brought you here? In a place where you'll never find him. If you think to be taking him, you'll be needing to get through me first. Your words have passion, strength, and precious little reason. If it gives me the strength to gut you, I don't care. Curious. Your reason for following him is becoming clear. Enough of your chattering. If it's a fight you want, then could it be that you somehow perceive yourself as special in his eyes? If you're gonna try and get past me, then go on and do it. Fiendling, I have watched the one you follow across many lifetimes. I know his heart, and I know there have been countless others who have felt passion for him. Of them all, you are certainly the least. You are a thing, bastardized by your parents and the plains. Shut your bone box, you hear me? Answer me this, and you will know silence, child. Does the one you follow matter to you?
He matters more to me than my life.
Then die.
Oh, maybe taking my companions here was a mistake. You ever make a mistake? Oh, I'm making it now. Okay. Fuck. Whew. All these stairwells are a great way to trip up all these shadows. The arrival point. That's all it is. Alright, let's go back up here. It's just me, the nameless one. Okay, the other one does not seem concerned. I don't mind knife fighting one at a time.
Die.
How's my AC looking? Still -6. Nice. Actually, let me use one of these bone charms. Drop that shit down to -8. Crit me or die.
Damn.
When I said crit me or die, that wasn't a challenge. It was just supposed to be a statement of fact.
I feel stronger.
Oh, hell yeah. Dear Lord. 1 characteristic point I have gained. What if I heard more Constitution? Jesus Christ. I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. Like, what the fuck? Ow. Pull the lever. Who's next? I was about to say, that sounds like Dakon's theme. It's a lot of shadows, Dakon.
Ah, the Githzerai.
Oh.
I remember him well. Submit.
I may be bested in battle, but I shall never be defeated.
You cannot hope to defeat me.
I have been here before. This time I shall never leave.
So be it.
Oh, damn. Okay. So interesting. I think other characters mistakenly declare that Dakon is a Githyanki. He's not he's a Githzerai. The Githyanki are the ones doing war crimes across the cosmos. The Githzerai are chilling on Limbo and hanging out, doing their thing, enduring in the face of Mind Flayer enslavement. You know.
Die.
Nice. All right. Alright, this is where I fucked up last time. I tried to use the cannon before I had killed the shadows, and they keep killing you during the cutscene. Hello, Nordum.
Processing. Plane. Negative material. Location. Fortress of Regrets.
Damn, alright.
Ah, the rogue construct.
Sense of closure imminent.
You have overstepped yourself. Submit.
You wish harm upon one who has aided Nordum at cost to his selves. Nordum will attempt to stop you. Prospect of success, slight.
The body is a shell. Intense pressure may fracture it. Shall I continue?
You intend to harm him. Nordum will stop you. Nordum damaged.
Oh. Tough break, Nordum. It seems like each of these lead me to another one of them. Maybe there's one that I missed? Because this is where the gate appears. Nope, the gate's ready. I wonder what happened to Mort. Oh god.
I'm gone.
Hi, Ignis. Right back at you, buddy. Yeah, fighting Ignis here is really the way to go. If you learn Flame Shield, Infernal Shield, he cannot hurt you, because all of his spells do fire damage. So he's just kind of fucked. I don't know which other companions you can fight here in Ignis's stead. I think Vylor is definitely one of them. But I don't know if there's anyone else you can face. This looks like a statue of you. One hand is clutching its right shoulder as if wounded. It's staring at the center of the room with a disdainful expression. The face is a ruined mass, you can't be certain. Its arms are crossed and it glares straight ahead. It's holding its hand over its heart and its mouth is open, as if making a speech. Interesting. Huh. Pardon me, there's something that's supposed to be in here. Here we go, the sounding stone. This dark stone is covered in dust, as if it's been sitting here for years. It looks like a piece of one of the statues that's chipped away. A tracery of strange runes and markings cover its surface. It feels strangely familiar somehow. This dark stone is covered in dust. Oh yeah, examine the stone. As you touch the stone, a mouth appears on the side and begins speaking in your voice. It echoes as if speaking within a great chamber. Listen. Dakan, Wart, Zachariah, Dayanara, it is I. I have placed a minor messaging enchantment on this stone. Listen to it carefully, then do as I say. I don't know how we got separated, but I think the portal that brought us here divided us. It's only a minor setback. When you find this stone, stay within it until I can rejoin you. Based on my divinations, this fortress is the size of several cities. The less you move around, the easier it is for me to find you. I fought my way through the first of the vaults. This place is filled with shadows. Far too many to keep fighting. If you encounter any, run before they swarm you. They're much tougher than the other shadows we've encountered before. I think the energies of this plane feed them somehow, make them stronger. There were a great series of war relics within the vault that shifted me from place to place. I managed to lure the shadows to each machine, then shift while they swarmed me, where I had been. It bought me some time to escape. Once I had tripped 4 relics, I opened a portal out. It strikes me now that the vault I came from might be some strange sort of gatehouse. The relics seem to seal it off from both sides, from both the inside and the outside of the fortress. Whatever built this place likes keeping the shadows under guard so they can't run loose. The shadows don't have any substance, so they wouldn't be able to use the machines to escape. I'll have to think about that. No matter, I'm in a room with a great crystal in it, and I'm going to examine it more closely before moving on. There are 5 statues in the room, and they look like me, and they look old too, like they've been here for some time. As for the crystal, it doesn't seem like it belongs in the fortress, and its size and shape reminds me of something I've read in the annals, some sort of dimensional prison that segments the soul. I don't think it's a coincidence that the portal from the main vault teleported me here. I think the crystal's a trap, so don't touch it until we're together again. I mean it, Mort. I'm going to try and find you all now. If you find this reader's stone, do not move from this spot, or I may never find you. I've left some supplies for you in the base of one of the statues. Don't waste them. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to find our enemy and get out. We might need those supplies later. I'll see you all soon. Base of the statue, you say? Huh. Oh, there it is. Hey, hey. Yoink. Alright, now I use the dimensional prison. This huge crystal radiates a pulsating spectral light as it hovers above the center of the middle of the room. The rhythm of its pulses reminds you of a heartbeat, but slow and sickly. Light from the crystal touches the edges of the room like fingers, each ray of light casting a glow on the ruined faces of the statues surrounding it. I touch the crystal. There's a moment of dizziness as you touch the crystal, then a slow chill passes through your body, and you discover that your muscles have locked. Your hand frozen to the crystal's surface. There's a moment of silence, then sharp pain splinters through your body like fractures. You feel as if your very being is turning to ice, and then being shattered. Fall into darkness. Oh no. He's awake. Finally, I thought I would die again waiting for him to get up. Perhaps you will still die. Never forget I watch you thieves. You killers. Killers all 3 of you. Have a care how you speak to me, you deranged wreck. He was fortunate to reach here with all those traps you scattered through the plains for him. I swear if I could have crossed the years to put you out of your misery, the two of you should be quiet. Let's make sure he's all right. We can save the arguments for later. Who are all of you? By the hells, he's lost his memories. He's useless to us now. Calm yourself. He's only disoriented, as were we all. Give him a moment to get his bearings. You're all thieves, wearing my body. You will give it back. I am at the limits of my patience with your howling. Be silent. This arguing does us nothing. Give him space. Leave him be. Time's no longer in our favor. I will not stand here and squander another moment while our adversary is no doubt hunting for us. We waited long enough for him to awaken. I will speak to him now. The man before you resembles you, but he carries himself more like a force than a man. His eyes are watching you carefully, and as you study him, you feel him studying you. So it has come to this. Who are you? I will not surrender my name to you or any man. The man's voice is rough, like yours, and it rings strangely in your ears. As for who I am, you should be asking yourself that. You are one of my incarnations. You made it here with all the clues I left for you. We're separate incarnations. How's that possible? The incarnation is silent for a moment, then his expression changes to contempt. If there is anything I have hated about you, it's your countless questions, your desperate fumbling for meaning and answers. The man's voice is like a hatchet, and anger flickers across his features. The time for questions is over. Now you listen to me. I was the first to breach the fortress, and whatever it is that waits us here has somehow been able to defeat me. It will not beat me a second time. You sound as if you intend to fight whatever it is that lurks here. Of course, that's the only reason we're speaking now. I need you to be my body, but your mind must be my mind. Do you understand? So you mean to possess me?
Updated my journal.
Yes, we cannot leave this place in pieces. Only one leaves. What are you talking about? You must surrender your will to me. Your knowledge and skills, whatever little you've managed to accumulate in your life, might prove useful. It ultimately will be but a fraction of my power, but it might have its uses. And if I choose not to surrender my will to you. Yet you came here previously and were defeated. I was taken unawares, and I did not anticipate that my companions would be split up from me upon my arrival. What happened after that is confusing. If you're one of my incarnations, I have questions. I will indulge you, but only for a while. You're the one who saved Zakhan at Shrak the Lore, and the one who led Dayanara to her death. What of it? All of it was done with purpose. You gave Dakan the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. Why? The Unbroken Circle? That collection of lies? Yes, it was a week's worth to forge the thing. It was necessary to make it so he would cease doubting himself. You made it, but you told him. Perhaps they carry some truth. I don't know. I know that they were tedious writings, but the words were enough to give him faith. Why? Your ignorance astounds me. Can it be that you do not know what he carries in his hand? That blade he carries is shaped by thoughts. Such a tool, if used properly, could kill the multiverse itself. Though obviously the Gith became separated when we arrived in the fortress, and I was unable to make use of his blade. Unfortunate. Dear God, this guy sucks so bad. First, I don't know if he tempted Dakan and caused Shrak the Lore to fall, but even if he didn't, he makes the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon, gives it to Dakan, and is like, yes, he will have faith, and his blade will become unbreakable. Meanwhile, the Unbroken Circle shatters his faith even more. This guy is a fucking moron, and he thinks he's a goddamn genius. There's something else I need to know. Dayanara. What of it? All of it was done with purpose. Why did Dayanara have to die? Dayanara? The girl had little sense of the planes in her, and that was what I needed her for. You see, the Dustmen have it right. Sometimes when you feel too much passion, You cling too tightly to life to let go. And neither did Dianara, just as I was hoping. That woman, the ghost? She tormented me for years, pursuing me, hating me, and you were the one that killed her? The incarnation barely even glances at the howling one and sneers. You blaming me for anything is laughable. It wasn't out of malice, though she did become tiresome. It's just that when I arrived in the fortress, I didn't intend to stay. I just wanted to get in, sacrifice her, and then get out. Why would you do such a terrible thing? I needed someone to be my eyes here on the negative material plane, to serve as a scout and try and find out who my killer was. Only the dead can survive here for long, so Dianara had to be sacrificed so that she could become something other than what she was. A tricky business, but it worked. She helped you, didn't she? You didn't have to kill her. And this is why you will be defeated. If you confront our killer, it's because you are weak, and you do not see that some things are necessary. You dare call me weak? You orchestrated all these grand plans for defeating this invisible enemy and you got your ass handed to you anyway. Some poor girl was murdered because of it. Maybe if you'd done your job the first time you were here, this wouldn't even be a problem. That wasn't necessary. It was convenient for you. You could have looked for another solution. Hell, if you had asked her, instead of tricking her, she probably would have agreed to it. You dare lecture me? Women have always walked our path with us. Dianara, Ravel, or any other woman, and they all suffer. It was always their choice. Dianara would have died for me if I'd asked her to. There's no crime. She would have if you had asked, but you didn't. There are other things I want to know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who are these others? Were you the one who asked Farad to get the bronze sphere from the catacombs? Farad? Oh yes, the trash king with all the tough bloods that thought I was easy prey. After only a little bloodletting, I struck a bargain with him. He would see to it that his men found me. They would take me safely to the mortuary, and of course, I needed the eyes and hands of his men to scour the catacombs beneath sigil for me. For the bronze sphere. Yes, I told Farad it was the only thing that would save his miserable life. What a sniveling little dodger he was. You see, the old bastard was destined to end up on the pillar when he died, and he was desperately trying to weasel his way out of it. So I told him that there was an item beneath sigil that would save him from his fate if he could only find it. But it wouldn't save him. It was just something you wanted him to find. Of course, it's useless to him. One cannot dodge fate so easily. However, nothing motivates a man faster than telling him that what he seeks will save his soul from eternal damnation. I intended to take it from him after he found it. It's just that searching for it myself would have taken too long. And why should I do it when I could have someone else hunt for me? Actually, he ended up tricking me into finding it for him. Why was it so important? Important? Don't you know what it is? Do you have it with you? Yes, I brought it with me. You have it? The incarnation's eyes flare. Then your life had some use after all. When we merge, I'll see about finding a means to unlock it. Perhaps all is not lost. Well, what is it? Why is it so important? It's a dead sensory stone. Do you know what it contains? It holds the last experiences of the first of us. When we were once a man and not a string of incarnations, if there's some way to unlock it, I'll be able to see inside his mind and see why all this happened. Yes, it's the answer that I've always sought. When this happens, why we became immortal, when we merge, I'll see about finding a means to unlock it. Perhaps all is not lost. Perhaps there are no answers in such a thing. Perhaps there never was. I don't deal in the realms of perhapses and maybes. I seek answers. It's what has allowed us to get this far. If we had left life in your hands, we wouldn't have a fraction of the truth we now possess. And in that truth lies power. You will realize it when we merge. We shall see, but I'm still curious about other things. Are you the one that taught Ignis the art? Ignis? Is that his name? Who in the hell are you talking about? Huh. Maybe not. Maybe he just doesn't know his name. Like, who the fuck are you talking about? Ignis, the fire boy? I don't remember. Yeah, for you it was a terror that ruined countless lives. For me it was Tuesday. I don't remember this asshole. Did you build the tomb beneath Sigil? The one with all the traps? I'd almost forgotten. Yes. What a waste that was. Obviously that didn't work. It caused a lot of blood and coin too. Worthless. It was easy to breach that child's trap. I found it and changed it. Make it harder. Changed the writings. Yet another thing you will answer for, though I suppose it doesn't really matter. It was shortly after the failure of the tomb trap that I decided to carry the battle to our killer, rather than wait for him to show any longer. Okay, so he built the tomb to try to capture the transcendent one, and that just didn't work. Are you responsible for the tattoos on my back? The directions? Of course I was responsible. I knew there was a chance I might fail here and lose my memories. I wanted future incarnations to benefit from some guidance, so I had the directions stitched on my back, since such things like journals tend to be lost easily. The directions were kind of vague, though. Why'd you put a warning about Mort on the back? Is Mort still alive? That piking skull couldn't be trusted farther than I could throw him, claiming he had information when he didn't. Then I had to go through the torment of prying him off the Pillar of Skulls. Then he feigned ignorance once he was off it. I humored him, since he told me everything I needed from him. Feigned ignorance? Oh, yes. Once a liar, always a liar. It takes a stronger mind than the skulls to give me the laugh, though. What was his game? What more did he have to lie about? It's of no matter. Let the skull have its secrets. They're worthless to us. This guy just dodges and dodges and dodges. I'm so smart. I'm the smartest guy in the multiverse. I think that was kind of dumb. Well, really, you just don't understand. Got it. I will not merge with you. You will merge with me. I surrender to no man. It's you who will be absorbed by me. I doubt it. Do you intend to fight me on this? You're no match for me. There's little point in resisting. Try it. So be it then. We shall see what your mind has in store. His eyes are like stones, and they start to drag you down, lock gazes, and try to force him to merge with you. As you swim in the corridors of his mind, the first emotion you encounter is surprise, and his eyes widen. He's not absorbing you. Your will is far stronger, and it is consuming him. You feel him desperately trying to pull back, but he cannot. He is too weak, and your will blocks his retreat, while drawing him deeper into your subconscious. This is the last time we shall ever speak. Return to death where you belong. He looks incredulous for a moment, then he disintegrates, and you feel a rush of knowledge pouring through you, fighting to the surface. It's almost too much to absorb at once, and you find yourself disoriented. So much knowledge, so many experiences that. And as quickly as it occurred, the rush subsides, and you steady yourself. The bits of knowledge swirl about in your mind. You'll make sense of them later. For now, only one piece of knowledge is important. He did not know how to leave this place. He lied to try to trick you into surrendering. Damn it. The good incarnation. The man before you resembles you, but his face seems calmer somehow. He gives a slight smile as you approach, and he nods as if in approval. Are you all right? Who are you? Have we ever had a name, or was it just the first of us? Know that I'm your ally in this. I, like these others, have died my death in your mind, and this figment is all that remains. But who are you? This has got to be a little disorienting. Let me try and explain. I'm one of your incarnations. I was once lost. Now I am here again. How is that possible? I don't know. Whatever you touched within the fortress has brought pieces of yourself to the surface. One of the others might know more, the means of how this came to be, but it's beyond me. If you're a part of me, there are things I want to know. Go ahead, ask. In order to leave, you must again become part of me. Will you do so? I had a suspicion we were not meant to exist like this. And as unnatural as our immortality is, the situation compounds it. Yeah, I'll merge with you when we're done. You'll cease to exist. Yes, I know. Very well. One last thing. Just this. Oh, no. Crap. There are other questions I could have asked. Before I return to Oblivion, there's something I want to know. I can spare a little time. What do you want? Did you live your life? The brief life you had? In the end? Was it worth it? I guess I've been traveling too much to really appreciate it. Maybe we shall see after this matter has come to a close. He nods, and for a moment you think he's going to say something, but then he collapses, the life running out of him and into yours. As he falls back into the black stones, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull, making you shiver, and you know the incarnation is no more.
I feel stronger.
Is there a way I can back up? Well, let's drop a save here. I've got an autosave in the Fortress Interior. Okay, that seems to be... Let's save in the Fortress of Reflections, and then this autosave seems to be me activating the portal. Sick. Pardon me. Hello, Ignis. I might as well go ham and just blast Ignis. Badly injured. Give him the axe. Damn. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Take all the things out. Use the stone. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
How would become one? You made it. You told them you found it. Why did Dianar have to die? It wasn't necessary. It was expedient. Okay. I don't know who the fuck Ignis is. The Bronze Sphere. It's a broken sensory stone. We shall see. How do I escape this place? The tattoos. Why would he lie to you? Oh, he just lies. Oh, got it. You don't really understand. You built the tomb. Okay. Were you the one who pried Mord off the Pillar of Skulls? Okay. So those just both lead to the same answer. Who are these others? Other incarnations, reflections of ourselves. Okay. I will not merge with you. I doubt it. Try me. Num 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 num. Okay. Have we ever had a name? I've had countless lives. Why are there only 3 of us? I don't know. Perhaps we were the 3 pieces that were somehow still present in your mind? Present how? I don't know for sure, but I would guess that when we die, traces of the former personalities remain. I know that sometimes we may make ourselves felt. How? When you're about to place yourself in danger, or close to a realization, for example, I found that I could prod you in the right direction. So you're the crawling sensation I keep feeling in my bed, in the back of my skull. I'd be at a loss to describe how it felt to you, but it's possible, yes. God, I love the good incarnation. I'm not going to say anything for certain because I don't know, but yeah, that sounds plausible. Before you said that when we die, traces are left in the mind. My understanding may not be complete, but yes, that seems to be the case, and we may make ourselves felt in small ways. So is it possible that the first of us, the real one of us, before all the incarnations, might still be buried somewhere in there? The expression on the incarnation's face flickers for just a moment, but it's like a window, and you suddenly realize who it is you're speaking to. You are the first of us. I know what you're thinking, but it's not the case. You think that knowing the mind of the first of us will somehow help you in this place? It won't. But why? I have so many questions that you can answer. Why did we become immortal? Because if we die, truly die, Death's kingdom will not be paradise, not for us. If you spoke to these others that were here, know that a fraction of the evil of their lives is but a drop of water compared to the evil of mine. That life, that one life, even without the thousands of others, has given us a seat in the lower planes for all eternity. But you seem so calm, so well-intentioned. I became that way, yes, because for me, it is regret that may change the nature of a man. But it was too late. Too late for me, I was already damned. I found that changing my nature was not enough. I needed more time. I needed more life to make things right. So I came to the greatest of the Grey Sisters and asked her for a boon to try and help me live long enough to rectify the damage I had done, to make me immortal. And Ravel did, but when she first tested your immortality and killed you, you forgot everything. And the planes have been dying ever since. The crime is great, and the blame is mine. There are so many questions I have for you. Who are you? What was your life like? When I become no more, when I merge with you, you'll have all the answers you need. It might take some time to sort them out, but they're all there. It's difficult to communicate life with words. Very well then. We shall become one. Are you ready? One last thing, just this. I've been traveling too much to really appreciate it.
I feel stronger.
He nods, and for a moment you think he's going to say something, but then he collapses, the life running out of him and into you. As he falls to the black stones, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull, making you shiver, and you know the incarnation is
I feel
no more.
stronger.
Dear Lord. Level up? I'm at max wisdom. I can't. Okay, raising my constitution won't do anything. Dear God. Int is at 25, wisdom is at 25. I need 2 more points in charisma to max it out. We will see what happens. Actually, wait a minute. The bronze sphere. As you hold the sphere up this time and examine it, you feel the memories of the first of your incarnations stirring within you. But it's not an instant or driving force. It's calm, like the thoughts of a man walking across a great distance to speak to a friend he hasn't seen in ages. So, sensory stones can be locked so that they can only be used by the person who created them. Now that the good incarnation is a part of us, his sensory stone can be used. As you feel his presence in your mind, you see the sphere in a different light, not as ugly or hideous, but as something precious like a newborn child. The sphere is the repository of your last moments before you met Ravel on the Grey Waste and asked the impossible of her. You know why you asked her, and you know that all you need to do is touch the surface of the sphere with both hands and feel regret, and the stone will open itself to you. The sphere wrinkles in your hands, the skin of the sphere peeling away into tears and turning into a rain of bronze that encircles you. Each droplet, each fragment that enters you, you feel a new memory stirring, a lost love, a forgotten pain, an ache of loss, and with it comes the great pressure of regret. Regret of so many careless actions, regret of suffering, regret of war, regret of death, and you feel your mind begin buckling from the pressure. So much, all at once, so much damage done to others, so much so an entire fortress could be built from such pain. Try to focus, keep your center, and suddenly, through the torrent of regrets, you feel the first incarnation again, his hand, invisible and weightless, upon your shoulder, steadying you. He doesn't speak, but with his touch, you suddenly remember your name. 2,000,000 experience points. It is such a simple thing. Not at all what you thought it might be. And you feel yourself suddenly comforted in knowing your name, your true name. You know that you have gained back perhaps the most important part of yourself. In knowing your name, you know yourself, and you know now there is very little you cannot do. The first incarnation's hand is gone, and he is watching you with a smile. So that's my name all along. But if I was... The first incarnation holds his finger to his lips, silencing you. He nods at the symbol on your arm, as if indicating you should make use of it. Examine your arm. The symbol of torment, seems brittle somehow, as if it is the only barely holding itself to your skin. Unconsciously, you reach out and peel it from your arm. It gives way with a slight resistance, like pulling off a scab. As you hold the symbol, you now can harness its power. It can rule you no longer. I no longer wear the symbol. Does that mean... As you get halfway through your question, you realize there's a heavy silence within your mind. You can no longer feel the presence of the first incarnation within you.
I feel stronger.
Take the symbol of torment. Greater artifact invokes the rune of torment. This strip of flesh holds the symbol of torment that you've always worn. It peeled away from your arm when you realized your true name. The symbol no longer rules you, and you may harness its power to bring retribution against your enemies. Merely holding it and invoking its power will summon all the pain and suffering from your past upon your foes. Get fucked. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Your presence and ability to command could lead the planes to war. Your constitution marks you as one of the toughest individuals in the multiverse. Your wisdom marks you as one of the wisest individuals in the multiverse. Your intelligence marks you as one of the most brilliant minds in the multiverse. Lawful good, baby. And, thanks to Reekwyn's lessons, we know the power of names. We know how strong they can be. And if we know it, and no one else does, and we're a level 24 wizard, this fight's over. This fight's over before it began. The man before you resembles you, but his back is hunched as if he's perpetually afraid of being struck. He's watching you warily, and he hisses as you approach, his hands clenching as if wanting to strangle. His arms are horribly gnarled and scarred, as if they've been dunked into a stream of acid, and his left arm looks like it's holding on by a thread, literally. Who are you? Know that you will not last long in this place, thief. Mazes and regrets and death are all that are here. What do you mean? You're a thief. I'll feel the bones of your neck snap beneath my fingers. Take my body back. You wear my body like a cloak. You shame me. I'm no thief. I didn't steal anything from you. You stole everything. I awoke on the streets of the Ring City, and all who saw me knew me. He takes a rasping breath. All that you had done, all that you had harmed, they were waiting for me, blaming me, hurting me until I couldn't take the voices anymore and had to make them silent. You're the one who left the trap in the sensory stone for me, weren't you? And the dodecahedron journal with the traps. He fixes you with a wary eye. It seems just looking at you makes him uncomfortable. You were the one who fired to Giannis's legacies, weren't you? Trying to destroy it. I burned the false papers, yes. More lies about my false lives. Sensory stone trap. You're the one who left it for me, weren't you? Simple trap. Trap for someone who can't die. Mind trap. It was simple to escape, actually. You lie. It was pathetically easy. I was able to escape it with no effort. Oh no! Oh god, he is beating my ass. Oh, holy fuck! God, that would be so funny. I get my fucking ass kicked by the goddamn paranoid incarnation. Jesus Christ. Alright, hold on. Let's go back. Let's do this again. There's a scene that I really want to show off. I like it a lot. Alright, let's go back to the fortress interior. Hello, Ignis. Hello again. You know what? I'll just meet you back at the paranoid incarnation. Just give me a second. Okay, let's try this again. Yep, I'm a thief. I'm a big bad thief. Sensory stone trap. There are other things I would know. Yeah, no need to, don't insult the man. You're the one, the incarnation. You're the incarnation, the Lady Maze, aren't you? I found your journal to the lady in the Lady's Maze. Simple escape, simple trap. Broke her maze with ease. I did. I could have made it tighter, deadlier. She knew nothing of what it takes to trap me. It seems so. What happened to your arm? It kept coming off, so I had to stitch it up again. The language of Uyo. Let us speak in private, just the two of us. As you speak the language of Uyo, the incarnation's eyes widen and he stares at you. After a moment of silence, he replies in the same language. Only I know the language of Uyo. How do you know it? You are correct. You are the only one who knows the language of Uyo. So if I know the language of Uyo, I must be you. It is these others who are not you, for they do not know the language of Uyo. I hear you. This place confuses one's perception. We are both you, and now we must become as one. He looks frightened. To your surprise, he reverts to normal speech and all the inflections to his voice are gone. It is calm, level, and much like your own. I no longer wish to live like this. You no longer have to. All pain and worry will be washed away. You have suffered much. You were born into a world where nothing made sense, where strangers claimed they knew you. They blamed you for things you knew nothing of, and they tried to hurt you. Yes, I will protect you now. You will know peace, for that is all you ever wanted, isn't it? The incarnation relaxes at your words, his eyes dimming as he locks gazes with you. There's the faintest of whispers as he falls on the black stones. With his collapse, and you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull. And there's a flood of memories and strength and emotions.
This is it.
That it is.
I'm gone.
Dayanara. We needed her for one more task. Before you was the ghostly form of Dayanara. Her spectral gown seemed stirred by some ethereal breeze. Dayanara. My love, at last I have found you. I searched for you after you were divided by the crystal. This fortress spans hundreds of miles, and I feared you were lost. Are you well? I think so. The crystal divided me, but I am one again. I'm trapped here, however. I suspect trapping you here was the crystal's true purpose, but it poses no barrier for one such as I. Much do my eyes see, and the halls of this fortress are well known to me. If you are trapped here, my love, I shall see to it you are set free. Where is it you wish to go? I wish to go where my mortality is, and recover it. As you wish, my love. Touch my hand, and the walls of this fortress shall be walls no more.
I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
How fucking sad. Oh no. Oh no, my pals, they're all fucked.
Done.
But I can loot their corpses from a distance and get all the shinies if I needed them, which I don't. But if I did, I could, which I don't. But if I did, I could, but I don't. Yeah, we're good. I got this.
So you have come. Then you shall die again.
He sounds a little frustrated. Hey, Transcendent One. What's going on?
So you have come. You are unwelcome here, Broken One.
What have you done to my friends?
Are they dead? Yes. Unlike you, they have but one life. And they wasted it for your sake.
They died for you as they always have. Such is the way of all mortal things. It is the fate of all that follow you, Broken One. You have forgotten much. Why did you do it? They tried to harm me, here of all places. I defended myself. In so doing, mortality claimed them. Their deaths were by their own hand. I gave them the opportunity to depart this place, but they seemed determined to help you, despite the cost to themselves. So you killed them. The Tiefling girl was especially fierce in your defense. Her feelings for you burned brighter than Elysium's fires. And the Tanari, she was quite strong. Her tolerance for pain would have shamed the Betazu themselves. I took no pleasure in their deaths. Then why did you do it? It was not my will. It was not I that brought them here. All of them had a choice, and they chose to die for you. It has always been the way of all that follow you, for they are tormented souls seeking release, but they don't know why. You have forgotten this, and you shall forget it again. I know you for what you are. You are my mortality. Your armor, it's twisted like tree branches. Such things speak of Ravel's magics. Yes, I am that which was split from you by the hag's power. I am that which walks with all life. My voice is a death rattle, a last breath in the throat, the whisper of a dying man. I have been freed from the prison of your flesh. Freed from me. The moment I was split from your cancerous shell, I knew life. I knew freedom. I shall not surrender it to you. And you were not meant to be separated. The planes have suffered because of our separation. You know nothing of meaning and separation. Before your memory dies again, know that there were never meant to be as one. This shall be the last time you and I speak, Broken One. That's true. Then there is something I would know, Spirit. I have traveled far, and there are many questions you can answer. I will indulge you this one last time. Then the fortress shall be silent again. Then my questions are these. Ask your questions, but know you shall never remember the answers. Huh. You've done everything you can to prevent us from meeting face to face. Why? Do you think I fear to face you, Broken One? I do not. Ooh. An iron golem forged from the weapons of war told me this once. When one kills from a distance and does not show himself, it speaks of weakness. It's how a coward fights. My energies are needed to sustain this place, Broken One. Else it would be my hand on your throat with each of your deaths. I may not travel beyond these fortress walls for long. Yet, even when I was within the fortress walls, you sent Ignis to try and stop me, when you could have stopped me yourself. I don't believe you. I think you're afraid to confront me, or else you're lying to me, and there's another reason you remain here. You know nothing. Why is sustaining this place so important for you? If you're truly as powerful as you say, why would you want to remain here? There is nothing here. It is my fortress, my home. And what a home it is, too. Mortared from my regrets, with nothing but the shades of those we've murdered filling its halls, abandoned relics of the past languishing beneath dust, and the life-draining energies of the negative material plane to feast the eyes on. There are words for a place like this. They're called prisons. Every word betrays your ignorance, Broken One. The fortress is silent. All that come here die before intruding into my presence, and the shadows are quiet creatures. I think you have to remain here, along with the shadows and the ghosts, because that's what you've become. I don't think you sustain this place at all. I think it sustains you. I remain here by choice. Really? So when you said you can't journey beyond this fortress for long, you were lying. And how is it possible that a fortress built from my regrets needs you to sustain it? I will see you die 1,000 deaths for your insolence, Broken One. You are an intruder within these halls, and I shall see to it you never return. We shall see. There are other things I would know. I may be immortal, but Ravel told me the ritual was flawed. Whenever I die, I lose a fraction of my mind. In time, after many deaths, I would lose the ability to even think for myself. It is of no matter. You cannot die. Your mind may be lost, but your flesh will live on, and that is all that is needed. Needed? For what? We share a link, you and I, however small. I do not wish you destroyed, only far from me. Then why have you been trying to kill me all this time? It is of no consequence. Wait, those shadows you send against me, they never succeeded in killing me, but they were never their purpose. They only kill me to make me forget. There is nothing in your shell of a mind that is of consequence, Broken One, except that from what the Pillar of Skulls told me, there were 3 that knew where you could be found and how to reach you. There's Trius, one's you and the other is me. If you kill Trius and I, there'll be no one else who knows who you are or how to find you. Yes, the angel that shields itself with golden lies. You led me to him at last. Like you, the betrayer was difficult to find. He will die soon. So you used me to find him. You wanted me to kill him, didn't you? So his knowledge would die. Then you tried to kill me so I would forget where to find you. I see Time's blade has not bled your mind of all reason. My purpose was always such, to make you forget. But why? Because I never again wish to suffer your presence, Broken One. You are an irritation, a reminder of what life once was, and I detest such reminders. I wish to be left in peace in my fortress. As you have forgotten me, I wish to forget you forever. I don't think that's the reason either. I think you make me forget because you're afraid of me. My energies are needed to sustain this place. Nope. Nope, we know that's a lie. Why am I difficult to find? It is of no consequence. Why not tell me? I'll forget it anyway, so why would it matter if I know? Just as there is power in names, there is a power in not having a name. The eyes of the plane slide off such as one such as you, and one such as I. I would know how you freed yourself from the crystal. I had help. The woman I brought here long ago, Dianara, freed me. The love-torn spirit. There are times I have felt her echo in the halls of this fortress. She shall not free you again. She won't need to. If we're linked, as you say, speak our name. A name is a cloak of letters thrown upon a man. It means nothing. You don't know what our name was, do you? There is no one in all existence that knows our name. This is our shield. Names carry power. When one is nameless as we are, then one is strong. We cannot be hunted. We cannot be tracked. We cannot be harmed. Our name is known to me, creature. In knowing, I have become strong. You lie. Our name is lost, forgotten, and so it shall remain until eternity dies. Do I lie? If you are me, you know when I deceive you. I'm not lying now. Even with such knowing, you do not have the power to defeat me. Yes, I do. And I shall not allow you to trick me into a battle that is not even necessary. For in knowing my name, my true name, I know yours, and there is nothing you can do to me. I will unmake you. No, you will not. You will rejoin me, and we shall become as one again, as we were meant to be. You know not what you do. If we are reunited, then it shall be an ending. There shall be no future for us. We shall go on to further torments. It is better that happened than the multiverse continue to suffer. If we become one, we shall suffer. There is too much of the nature of the first one in us for us to be saved. We shall be damned. You know not what you do. No, I know very well what I do. I think this is the only answer. Prepare yourself. Know that I have always hated you, Broken One. When we are one, I will continue to hate you. When your shell dies at last, know that I shall take pleasure in our death. I can live with that, and I think the planes can too. Know that my hatred for you will unmake the planes. Prepare yourself. We shall be as one again until your last moments of life. Before we do, what of my friends? Is it possible to save them? I am mortality itself. The nature of life and death is something I know. Know well. When we are one, my knowing shall be yours. Very well. I am ready to become mortal again. Whew. Rise. As you reach out with your power, Mort suddenly floats into the air. Hold up, Chief. You don't need to resurrect me. I was just kind of lying there, listening to you two. Feigning death. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm already dead, and, Chief, what happened to your voice? I am something else now. Time runs short, and soon time and fate will catch up with me. I will return you to Sigil, Mort, if you wish it. Return me? What about you? Come on, Chief. I might be a coward, but there's no way I'm leaving you in this place. Many are the crimes that were committed when my mortality and I were split. These crimes carry a price. You may not go where I will soon be. Well, I could go with you anyway, Chief, if you wanted me to. I mean, we've been through worse. Not this time. Perhaps one day you and I will meet again on another plane, but not now.
Not to get all misty-eyed, but, it's been a pleasure, Chief.
Farewell, Mort. You reach out with your power. There is a rush of air, and Anna stirs. She raises her head slowly and then shakes it, confused. Anna, are you all right? What happened to you? Your voice, it's like echoes. I have changed. I am something else now, and I cannot remain here much longer. I will return you to Sigil if you wish it. Where are you going? Many are the crimes that were committed when my mortality and I were split. These crimes carry a price. There is a place preserved for one such as I on the lower planes. It is a punishment of sort. But I don't want you to go. I will not forget how much you were willing to sacrifice for me, Anna. Anna nods. She looks like she's about to say something else, but then falls silent, but the unspoken thoughts remain in her, lingering. I do not need your words to know your heart, Anna. Farewell. As your power touches him, Takan takes a staggered breath and looks up weakly. It looks like he's barely clinging to life. Awaken Takan of Shraktalor, last wielder of the Karak blade. Your voice, have you at last come to know yourself? Yes, it was a difficult thing, and it cost many lifetimes. Many suffered so that I might know myself again. The knowing of oneself is a difficult path. In knowing it, I know where I shall soon be bound. time and fate come here even as we speak, and I will not be here much longer. I will return you to Sigil, Dakan, if you wish. Dakan falls silent for a moment. When he speaks again, his voice is sharp, as if severing a link. Know that once I owed you a debt. Know that you saved my life, and know that I followed you to settle that debt.
I have paid for your life with mine. The debt is settled.
Very well, Dakan. Our 2 deaths were as one. You will leave this place with your freedom. As your power touches Fall from Grace, she rises dizzily to her feet. Even disoriented, she somehow manages to maintain composure. Fall from Grace. Fall from Grace looks up, and she holds your eyes for a moment. Then she smiles. It's a slight smile that carries more sadness than anything else. Your voice. So you found yourself at last. The price was high. The cost was many lifetimes. Mine and others. The price of such a thing is seldom measured in copper. Are you still? I am still the one you know, but my perspective has changed. I have not forgotten you, if that is your fear. No, that was not my fear. I cannot remain here for much longer. My punishment calls, and fate and time shall soon be here. I will return you to Sigil if you wish. That is not my wish. Fall from Grace reaches forward, and her hand lightly touches your arm. There's a slight tingling sensation, barely felt, then she takes it away. I will find you again. No matter where in the lower planes you will be, just as you shall be able to find me. It may be a long time. Where I am bound, time is not measured in years, and the crimes I have committed are stronger than any cage. No cage shall separate us, and no plane shall divide us. Keep thinking of me, and we shall meet again. I shall not forget all that you sacrificed for me. Just don't forget me. Time lays waste to all things, but I shall fight it as long as I can.
Time is not your enemy. Forever is.
Oof! Oh, my bones! Perhaps so. Farewell, Grace. You reach out with your power, shaping the soul into Nordum's shape, slowly, until you feel it slipping back into the Modron's body. There's a shudder from Nordum's frame, and he springs to his feet. Nordum. Your voice exceeds standard recognized parameters. I have become whole again. I have changed, but I shall not be here much longer. I will return you to Sigil, Nordum, if you wish. Query. Where is your next destination? Nordum will follow and protect you. I have committed many crimes across many lifetimes. I go now to a place of punishment. You cannot come with me. Branching query. Do you not require, or do you not want presence of Nordum? You cannot follow Nordum. It is not my choice. There are other powers that now rule my actions. They always did, but now they know me for what I am, and they come even as we speak. Nordum surrenders gratitudes. You helped Nordum find his indemnity, as you helped me find mine. I give you your freedom, Nordum. Explore, learn, grow. We may meet again on another plane in a time far from now. Response. Heard and acknowledged. Nordum now awaiting said day. Hold on to your logic, Nordum. You will find it a greater shield than most of the passions that rule the
The
planes.
issue no longer equals total logic.
Farewell, Nordum. yo, a 24th level fucking wizard just joined the fight. And that's Planescape Torment. Thank you all so much for joining me. There's a lot of words in this game. And Chris Avalone and fucking Black Isle really knocked it out of the park. God, there's just so much. Like, there are a lot of things that I didn't do, that I like just wasn't able to do, couldn't figure out, didn't want to throw in. And even so, like, I don't know. The whole, there are so many ways to defeat the Transcendent one. There are so many choices to make, even though they all sort of lead to the same locations. It's like Disco Elysium in that way. Like, you're always getting on that island. You will always face, the deserter. Dan Castellaneta, coming in as Nordum. Keith David as fucking Vylor. Welcome to hell! And of course, Tony J as the Transcendent one, as well as many, many others. But yeah, you will always end up facing the Transcendent one. You will always end up at the Fortress of Regrets. There's nothing you can do to stop it. But when it comes to handling that situation, there's so many. Like, you can use the knife that the golem made you, and like use it as a threat. Like, I'll fucking kill myself. I'll do it. I don't give a shit. If you have a high enough wisdom, you can threaten him with blinking yourself out of existence. Like, nah, man, you can't ensorcel me quicker than I can fucking die. And of course, knowing the name, which is something that you can only do by getting the bronze sphere, absorbing the good incarnation, and then using it, and like carrying the bronze sphere with you the whole way through the game. And of course, if all of that fails, if you still manage to absorb the other 3 incarnations, you can take the Mark of Torment off, and you can use that. That thing does like 150 damage every time you use it, and you can just like use it as fast as you can click. Like, you can just fucking fist fight the Transcendent one to death. And hell, there is an ending, like, even if you lose, like, that is the bad ending. Like, oh, well, you know, you weren't ready. Go back, retrace your steps, relearn your journey. Perhaps there's something you missed. And there are so many things to miss. Like I said, I didn't even do everything. I didn't give Mebeth the Black Seed. I didn't figure out what was going on with that headless guy. There are other like factions that you can join that I didn't even talk to. Like, if you reject the Godsmen, you can like join the Anarchists and do some stuff for them. And then of course you can join the Zausatex, and I didn't do that. So yeah, like, there are a lot of things here. Like, you could play this game. You could buy it. You could play it. And you could play a completely different adventure to me. Division Director Fergus Urquhart. Oh, that guy. Always getting dunked on in these Black Isle games. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me for this. I had a hell of a time. I fucking love this game. Mark Morgan knocking music out of the park. I think I'm gonna go revisit some projects more so than anything, because there are I'm looking through my backlog and I'm finding stuff. I'm sorry, Interplay, not Black Isle, Interplay. I'm looking back over certain series that I made a long time ago, and I'm just like, this is shit. This is fucking unlistenable. So I might redo some of that. But yeah, and I'm only talking about the unlistenable things. There are some things that are really showing their age and their lack of quality and my lack of equipment and my lack of talent. But some of them are just like, this is unacceptable. But thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for joining me for Planescape Torment. Fuck, I love this game. Good night, everyone.